16 hardy perennials to plant now for winter beauty, autumn color, and early spring blooms. Hey there, garden lovers! Welcome back to GreenSpace Inspirations. If you're someone who finds peace in the sound of rustling leaves, who feels a quiet joy when tiny green shoots push through the soil, then you're in the right place. Maybe your mornings start with a cup of coffee by the window, eyes drifting toward your favorite plant. Or maybe you spend weekends with soil on your hands, dreaming of how to make your garden glow through every season. You, my friend, are part of a beautiful community that understands how nature heals, inspires, and transforms the space we live in. Today, I want to share something truly special. A guide to 16 hardy perennials you can plant right now. These aren't just ordinary plants. They're the kind that carry your garden through the chill of winter, wrap it in the warm colors of autumn, and welcome spring with a burst of life. So whether your garden is a cozy corner on the balcony or a backyard filled with possibilities, get ready, because we're about to uncover plants that promise year-round beauty and effortless care. If you love growing, learning, and feeling inspired by nature, don't forget to subscribe to GreenSpace Inspirations, where every plant tells a story and every garden begins with a dream. Part 1. Fragrant. Dianthus, the little flower that never stops smiling. If you've ever wished your garden could hold on to the colors of spring just a little longer, meet the plant that makes that wish come true. The fragrant dianthus. This charming perennial is small, but it carries a presence that fills every corner with warmth. Its blooms glow in shades of hot pink, each petal brushed with a soft lavender ring, like nature's own watercolor painting. And that scent? It's gentle, sweet, and nostalgic, the kind that makes you pause for a moment and simply breathe. What gardeners love most about dianthus is how tirelessly it blooms. It begins in spring, dances through summer, and keeps surprising you into fall. Even when winter whispers in, its silvery blue foliage stays alive. Calm, steady, quietly beautiful. It's the perfect companion for those who want a garden that never really sleeps. Plant it in well-drained soil, where it can bask in sunlight or gentle shade. In return, it will gift you with color and fragrance long after other flowers have faded. For those who find joy in tending to small things that make a big difference, the dianthus is your garden's everlasting smile. Part 2. Modern Shasta. Daisy, a classic bloom with a new spark. There's something timeless about daisies, the way they capture sunlight and turn simplicity into joy. But the modern Shasta daisy, known as Real Glory Leucanthemum, takes that classic charm and gives it a fresh, dazzling twist. Its petals are crisp white, layered like delicate lace, around a golden center that gleams with warmth. Each bloom looks like a burst of light, a reminder that beauty doesn't have to shout to be noticed. What makes this modern variety truly special is its strength. These aren't fragile flowers that wilt after a few days. They stand tall and proud, even when the wind or rain tries to test them. With improved disease resistance and long-lasting blooms, they bring life and brightness from early summer well into fall. And when you bring a few stems indoors, they'll stay fresh for weeks, spreading cheer wherever you place them. For gardeners who love that perfect balance between tradition and innovation, the Shasta daisy is pure magic. It's the kind of flower that greets you with quiet confidence, steady, graceful, and full of life. Just like a dear old friend who always knows how to make you smile. Part 3. Color Guard. Yucca, the golden blade of strength and style. Every garden needs a plant that stands like a sculpture, bold, elegant, and unshakable through every season. That's where the Color Guard yucca steps in, the golden warrior of the landscape. Its sword-like leaves reach upward with confidence, each one painted with a bright yellow stripe down the center, as if sunlight decided to stay a little longer. But the true magic of this yucca reveals itself in winter. When most plants fade into silence, its evergreen leaves blush with shades of coral pink, adding a touch of warmth to the cold. It's a living reminder that beauty doesn't disappear when the season changes. It simply transforms. This plant thrives on neglect, surviving drought, heat, and even the challenges of urban life. No fuss, no constant watering, just quiet resilience. It's perfect for gardeners who love the look of sophistication but don't want to spend hours maintaining it. Plant the color guard yucca where it can catch the light, maybe at your garden's entrance or beside a stone path, and let it shine as your year-round centerpiece. Strong, radiant, and always composed. It's a plant that teaches us something essential. Real beauty stands tall, even through the toughest seasons. Part 4. Pumpkin Spice. Heuchera, the autumn heartbeat of your garden. If autumn had a color you could grow, it would be found in the leaves of the pumpkin spice heuchera. This plant feels like the very essence of the season. Cozy, rich, and endlessly captivating. Its foliage glows with shades of copper and bronze, each leaf etched with deep maroon veins that shimmer in the afternoon light. It's like watching fall settle gently into your garden, one leaf at a time. What makes this plant truly special is that it doesn't fade when the temperatures drop. In mild winters, its foliage stays evergreen, keeping your garden alive with texture and warmth. And when spring returns, delicate, airy flowers rise above the leaves like soft whispers of renewal, drawing in bees and butterflies. The pumpkin spice, heuchera, thrives in partial sun with well-draining moist soil. And it's forgiving, just like autumn itself. Whether tucked into garden beds or nestled in containers on your patio, it creates an elegant, inviting mood all year long. For those who see their gardens as reflections of life's changing seasons, this plant is a quiet reminder. Beauty can deepen with time, and color can stay even after summer fades. Part 5. Smooth. Aster, the purple symphony of late autumn. Just when you think your garden has sung its final note for the year, the smooth aster steps onto the stage and proves that the music isn't over yet. With clusters of violet-blue flowers stretching toward the fading sun, it turns the late autumn garden into a living symphony of color. The petals glow like twilight skies, and their golden centers seem to hold the last warmth of the season. But this beauty isn't just for you. It's a feast for the creatures that share your garden. Butterflies, bees, and even songbirds are drawn to it, filling the air with life long after most flowers have disappeared. Planting smooth asters means giving your garden a heartbeat that continues right through the cool days of fall. This native perennial loves the sunlight but tolerates a little shade. Once established, it's remarkably self-sufficient, drought-tolerant, strong, and endlessly loyal. Mix it with goldenrod or little blue stem, and you'll create a natural, painterly look that feels wild yet intentional. The smooth aster is for gardeners who believe a garden should never go silent. A final encore before winter's curtain falls. A promise that beauty always finds its way back, even in the quietest season. Part 6. Goldenrod. The sunshine that stays. When summer leaves. When the last warm days of summer begin to fade and the light turns soft and golden, one plant steps forward to hold that glow a little longer. The goldenrod. Standing tall and radiant, it paints the garden in waves of yellow, like sunlight captured on a stem. Each tiny bloom clusters into golden clouds that shimmer with movement as bees and butterflies flutter in and out, thankful for this late-season feast. Goldenrod often gets misunderstood, blamed for autumn allergies it doesn't cause. But in truth, it's one of nature's kindest gifts, a bridge between summer's abundance and winter's calm. Its cheerful blooms bring balance, filling empty corners with optimism just when the garden needs it most. It thrives almost anywhere, from rich loam to dry hillsides, asking for little more than a bit of sunshine. Once it takes root, it becomes a symbol of resilience, the kind of plant that keeps shining even when others fade. For gardeners who crave color when the world begins to turn gray, Goldenrod is your golden companion. It's not just a plant, it's a reminder that light can linger and hope can bloom even as the seasons shift. Part 7. Winter Aconite, the first whisper of spring beneath the snow. When the world seems asleep under its blanket of frost, the winter aconite quietly wakes before everything else. Its golden blooms push through the snow like little suns, defying the cold and reminding you that life always finds a way. These cup-shaped flowers open wide to greet the faint winter light, each one surrounded by a delicate collar of green leaves that look almost too tender for the season. Planting winter aconite means giving your garden a heartbeat during its quietest months. When everything feels still and gray, these cheerful blooms bring back warmth, a small act of defiance against the cold. They thrive in rich, well-drained soil, happy beneath trees or near pathways where their color can surprise you on a cold morning. This plant is for dreamers, for those who see beauty in resilience. It teaches patience, that even when everything seems dormant, something wonderful is quietly preparing to bloom. And when that yellow glow appears through melting snow, it feels like the garden itself is whispering, "Spring is on its way." Part 8. Autumn Sage, the fiery soul of the garden. If your garden ever feels like it's losing its spark as the days grow shorter, the autumn sage, or Salvia gregi, will bring the fire back. Native to the warm landscapes of Texas and Mexico, this perennial thrives where others struggle. It bursts into color when most flowers begin to rest, glowing in shades of scarlet, magenta, coral, and even deep violet. Each bloom hums with life, attracting hummingbirds that dart between petals like sparks in the air. Autumn sage is tough, but full of grace. It laughs at heat, survives drought, and still greets you with waves of color from spring until the first frost. Plant it in full sun, let it breathe in dry soil, and it will reward you with a display that feels wild yet elegant. This is the plant for those who see themselves as resilient, who've weathered storms yet still burn bright. Autumn sage doesn't just bloom, it celebrates survival. And in every fiery petal, it reminds us that even as the year fades, passion never has to. Part 9. Hellebores, the winter rose that blooms in silence. While the rest of the garden sleeps, the hellebore awakens, quiet, graceful, and unafraid of the cold. Often called the Christmas rose or Lenten rose, it blooms in the heart of winter, its soft petals unfolding in shades of ivory, blush, or deep plum. There's something magical about these flowers, bowing gently as if whispering secrets to the frost. The hellebore's evergreen leaves form a lush carpet of green, bringing structure and calm to shaded corners where little else dares to grow. It loves dappled sunlight and rich soil, rewarding patient gardeners with beauty that feels both rare and timeless. For those who spend winter longing for color, hellebores are a gift, proof that the cold months can hold their own kind of bloom. They remind us that strength can be quiet, that grace doesn't fade with hardship. In the stillness of the season, when most gardens fall silent, the hellebore quietly sings. Part 10. Little Blue Stem, the graceful dancer of the seasons. There's a special kind of beauty that doesn't come from flowers at all. It comes from movement, from color that shifts with the light. The little blue stem, a native ornamental grass, is exactly that kind of beauty. In summer, its fine, upright blades shimmer in shades of blue-green, like soft waves in the wind. But as autumn arrives, the transformation begins. The leaves turn copper, rose, and deep burgundy, glowing like fire at sunset. When winter frost settles, the seed heads glisten with silver, adding texture and grace to the sleeping garden. It doesn't fade or wither away, it simply changes its rhythm with the season. This plant doesn't demand attention, yet somehow it always catches your eye. Little Blue Stem thrives in poor soil and open sunlight, asking for almost nothing in return. It's a survivor, strong and graceful. the kind of plant that quietly reminds us that change can be beautiful. For gardeners who love a natural, flowing landscape, this grass brings a touch of poetry, a soft dance in the wind that keeps your garden alive even in stillness. Part 11. Hardy Chrysanthemum, the loyal friend that always comes back. When the air turns crisp and most flowers fade, the hardy chrysanthemum takes the stage with confidence. These aren't the short-lived potted mums sold for quick decoration. These are the true perennials, the ones that return year after year, bursting into color when the world needs it most. Their blooms glow in gold, bronze, pink, and crimson, creating a rich tapestry of autumn warmth. Each petal feels like a small celebration of endurance, proof that endings can still be beautiful. Hardy mums love the sun, thrive in rich, well-drained soil, and respond kindly to a little trimming in summer to grow fuller and stronger. For gardeners who value loyalty and reliability, chrysanthemums are like old friends. They never disappoint. Just when you think the garden has quieted for the year, they arrive, filling every space with joy. They teach us that consistency is its own kind of magic, and that some of the brightest moments come at the end of the season. Part 12. Toad Lily, the secret jewel of the shade garden. Hidden beneath the soft canopy of trees, where sunlight filters through in dappled patterns, grows one of the garden's best-kept secrets, the toad lily, or Tricertis hirta. At first glance, it may seem modest, its slender stems arching gracefully among the greenery. But look closer, and you'll see flowers like tiny orchids, speckled in purple, lavender, and white, each one more intricate than the last. These blooms appear just when you least expect them, in late summer and fall, when the rest of the garden begins to slow down. Their exotic beauty feels almost magical, delicate but enduring. The toad lily thrives in moist, rich soil and partial shade, rewarding patience with quiet elegance. This plant is for gardeners who love discovery, who believe that the most precious things are often hidden in plain sight. It doesn't shout for attention, it waits for those who take time to look. And when you do, you'll realize the toad lily isn't just a flower, it's a secret whispered by the garden itself. Part 13. Daylilies, the ever-reliable heart of every garden. If you've ever dreamed of a garden that blooms without demanding constant care, then the daylily is your dream come true. These perennials are like the faithful heartbeat of a landscape, steady, enduring, and full of joy. Their trumpet-shaped flowers unfold each morning with a new glow, blooming day after day through the warm months. Even though each bloom lasts only one day, the plant itself never stops giving, producing waves of color in orange, yellow, pink, and crimson. Daylilies are the perfect companions for busy gardeners. They thrive in full sun, adapt to a wide range of soils, and forgive the occasional neglect. Their long, arching leaves create lush texture, even when not in bloom, adding softness and movement to the garden. What makes them truly special is their spirit. Strong yet graceful, unpretentious yet stunning. They remind us that beauty doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the most rewarding things in life are the ones that simply keep showing up. Plant daylilies, and you'll never have to worry about empty spaces again. They'll fill your garden and your heart with quiet, lasting happiness. Part 14. Japanese anemone, the wind dancer of autumn. As summer fades and the air grows crisp, the Japanese anemone, often called the wind flower, begins its graceful dance. Tall, slender stems sway gently, carrying delicate blooms that float like soft clouds in shades of pink, white, or rose. There's a gentle elegance in the way they move. Never hurried, never loud, just quietly beautiful. These flowers thrive in partial shade, where sunlight filters softly through the leaves, and in rich, moist soil that holds the rhythm of life. Their bloom season stretches from late summer into fall, bringing a final act of grace before winter settles in. The foliage forms a dense mound of deep green leaves, creating the perfect backdrop for the airy blossoms above. The Japanese anemone is for the dreamers, for those who find beauty in stillness and strength in subtlety. Its presence adds calm and poetry to the garden, a soothing reminder that not all beauty demands attention. When it moves in the breeze, it's as if the garden itself takes a deep, peaceful breath. Part 15. Eastern Camas, the native star of early spring. Before most flowers have even woken from their winter sleep, the eastern camas rises to greet the morning light. This native perennial carries an old, quiet charm. Slender green stems, topped with spikes of soft blue or pale lavender blooms that open one by one, like tiny stars appearing in the dawn sky. It's a plant rooted deeply in North American soil, beloved by pollinators and gardeners who appreciate authenticity. Camas thrives in moist, well-drained soil and enjoys full to partial sun, flourishing in meadows, borders, or even near ponds. Its blooms mark the return of life after the stillness of winter, a signal that warmth is returning. There's something deeply grounding about growing native plants like camas. They connect your garden to the rhythm of the land, honoring the balance that nature already knows. When its petals open, they seem to whisper of gentle beginnings and the simple joy of belonging. A reminder that your garden doesn't have to be exotic to be extraordinary. Part 16. Bergenia, the quiet guardian of winter beauty. When the rest of the garden bows to the chill, one plant stands steady, calm, and quietly beautiful. The Bergenia, often called pig squeak for the funny sound its leaves make when rubbed. It's the kind of plant that doesn't need to boast to be noticed. Its thick, glossy leaves form bold rosettes of green that stay lush through frost and snow. And as winter deepens, those same leaves blush into shades of copper and deep red, turning the garden into a soft tapestry of color when everything else fades to gray. Then, as spring returns, Bergenia awakens with delicate clusters of pink flowers that rise above the foliage like tiny lanterns of hope. It bridges the seasons beautifully, never truly asleep, always offering something to see. This makes it the perfect perennial for gardeners who crave year-round life and texture without constant maintenance. Bergenia thrives in partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. It's strong yet elegant, understated yet full of character, much like the people who tend it. When you see it standing proud through the coldest days, you can't help but feel inspired. It's a living reminder that resilience can be quiet, and beauty often shines brightest when everything else falls still. Seasons of strength, beauty, and renewal. Gardening isn't just about soil and sunlight. It's about patience, hope, and the quiet belief that growth always returns. As we've explored these 16 hardy perennials, one truth becomes clear. Nature rewards those who nurture. From the fearless winter blooms of Hellebores to the golden glow of autumn's Goldenrod, each plant carries its own lesson: resilience, transformation, and grace. When you plant in autumn, you're not just filling your garden with color, you're building the promise of spring. Every root you place in the ground is a whisper to the future. That beauty will return, that life will continue, and that your garden will bloom again no matter the season. Whether your space is a wide backyard or a small balcony filled with pots, these plants invite you to see your surroundings differently. Not as something to control, but as something to grow with. So as you look out at your garden, imagine how it will shine through winter's stillness and wake with spring's first light. Which of these perennials will you try first? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're planting this season and what your garden means to you. And if you found inspiration here today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to GreenSpace Inspirations, and join our growing community of dreamers, planters, and nature lovers. Together, let's keep creating spaces that breathe, bloom, and remind us that every season, even the quiet ones, holds its own kind of magic.